what up? How's it going? And welcome back for another video. Today we're going to be doing a reaction and first thoughts on Sett, the new champion in League of Legends. I don't know anything about him. I've kind of been staying away from anything related to Sett. I mean, there's not a lot out about him right now, but I think his abilities are out, and you can actually play him on PBE and stuff like that, I believe. But I don't know anything about this champion other than that I know that he's supposed to be a Juggernaut of the Juggernaut class with Darius, Mord, and Garen. That's all I know about him. Other than that, he's also voiced by, the Japanese version of this is voiced by Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is probably my favorite show right now. So it's pretty awesome. And so let's just get right into it and let's look at Sett. So here we just got the picture. We're about to watch the ability preview. We're about to watch the video, and then we're gonna actually look at his abilities and kind of see what it tells us, see what it tells me, and we'll talk about it. But first off, I'm loving the splash. Just looks like a big old swag daddy over here, sitting here with, you know, bitches holding his arms. Is that Katarina? I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what's going on here. But a little swag daddy with the fur coat, getting me deep JoJo vibes right here. So I'm really into that. I'm super excited. All I've seen of him is I saw the skin previews at the end, and I was like, I saw it on Facebook. I was just scrolling on my Facebook, and I just seen it was a skin preview, and at the end it looked like some like Galio abilities, but I was like, wait, who is this? And then somebody said it was Sett in the comments. I was like, oh shit, I gotta not look. So, all right, now we're gonna watch the abilities here. So let's see. Hopefully this shows this to us. In the beginning, just gonna be a lot of his dances and shit.
Anyone wants a piece of me? Line forms right here.
He also looks like Rakan, doesn't he? Doesn't he have like, it kind of looks like he has like Rakan stuff going on? Like he has the feathers on his arms and his shoulders, but that looks like that's probably like a jacket, right? But he has like big ears. Does he have Volstaya? Turn that down a little bit. Guess he might be a Volstaya or whatever. Which are like magical creatures that came before humans. Okay. There's a splash. Sweet. Auto attacks are nice. I love champions who like punch people. I mean, like Lee Sin punches people and stuff like that. I've been dreaming of a champion that like can grapple people, like does like jujitsu at people, and like tackles them onto the ground. That'd be sweet. Okay, it looks like a auto attack steroid. Okay. To do less damage to them. I thought it would knock up because it looks like Brahm's thing. Doesn't look like it knocks up. Maybe it just does more damage and slows or something. It kind of looked like Mord's thing. Mord's hook. Or like Thresh. You know, like has the same like hitbox like Thresh. Thresh's flay. But it just pulls them towards him. Oh shit, this is a grappling champion. Dude. I didn't even know that. I was just thinking because he did the fist. Okay, is that his ultimate? Become invulnerable? I wonder if it makes him tanky and then... oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Dude, that's crazy that I just said that about I wanted a champion that would be... I actually had no idea that that's what it does. When I saw the little thing on Facebook, all I saw was him diving onto the ground. I didn't know he actually grabbed people. Okay, now his autos look different. Why does his autos look different? No, it's just his death animation now. Okay, let's go actually read through his abilities. And maybe we'll look at Sett special interactions. But shout out to Skin Spotlights. I mean, they don't need a shout out from me. Cool. All right, let's look at this stuff. So health, base health is pretty high. Health regen's pretty nice. So he's obviously like a bruiser or a tank, right? Based off his stats right there already. Attack range super short. Okay. Okay, let's look at his abilities. So that's his passive, right? His innate. Okay, cool. Heavy hand. Sett basic attacks alternate between left punch and then right punch. Sett begins attacking with a left punch and will reset back to it after 2 seconds of not performing right punch. Okay, Sett's basic attacks alternate between left punch and then right punch. Sett basic attack begins attacking with left punch. Will reset it to it after 2 seconds of not performing right punch. Oh, okay. So that just means he'll left punch, and then if he doesn't punch again within 2 seconds, he'll do another left punch. His right punch must have a better ability. The right punch gains 50 bonus attack damage because he goes in for a hook, right? Attacks at 8 times the left punch attack speed, so you can go like boom bop, right? Cool. And deals 5 to 90 based on level. So the right punch deals additional damage, and you can quickly attack with it. So it'd be weird to be alternating like ha 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 ha. Must be kind of weird. I'm making weird sound effects, but whatever. Okay. Heart of the Half Beast. Sett gains. So this is health based on level regeneration per second for every 5% of his health missing. Okay. So lower health he is, the quicker he heals himself, like similar to mechanics with like Olaf, Warwick, that type of thing. Okay. All right, knuckle down, active. He gains 30% movement speed. Was that when he goes golden in the video? Within 1.5 seconds while moving towards enemy champions. Sett next 2 basic attacks within 5 seconds will deal bonus physical damage. Okay, Sett's next 2 basic attacks within 5 seconds each deal bonus physical damage. And here it is. Next 2 basic attacks. 10, 20, 1% per AD, per 100 AD of target's maximum health. So his scaling with AD isn't very good. The health scaling is really good. But he does have AD scaling, implying that he's supposed to be built bruiser. Cooldown is pretty low. He gains movement speed. Sett's next 2 basic attacks. Knuckle downs resets Sett's basic attack timer. So if he was about to left punch again, you can press this to prevent it from being left punch and it being right punch. So this will synergize with his passive. Interesting. His cooldown is really low, so this implies like maybe like a Black Cleaver type champion. You see how low his cooldown is. You have 40%. It'd be pretty crazy. At 40% CDR, like a 3-second cooldown. That'd be pretty nuts. I think that's what we were seeing in the thing. Yeah, okay, Showstopper's his ultimate. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that ability was crazy. Okay, passive. Sett stores, so this is the Haymaker, this is the Punch Horde. Okay, Sett stores 100% of the damage taken post-mitigation as grit. Okay, so after mitigation, so after, if you don't know what that means, after his resist that he has, the damage he takes after resist. As grit on his secondary resource bar up to 50% of his maximum health. Wait, does he not use mana? Oh, he doesn't use mana. Okay, he uses grit. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, sorry, this is bad. Okay, Sett restores 100% of the damage post-mitigation. As a secondary resource bar up to 50% of his maximum health. So he gains another resource bar as grit, okay? Each instance of accumulated grit decays 30% every second after 4 seconds. Alright, what does grit do? Active. Sett blasts an area and a target, dealing physical damage to enemies hit. Enemies hit through the center take true damage instead. Sett also gains a rapidly decaying shield for 3 seconds equal to the grit expended. Okay, it costs 100% grit to cast this ability. Okay, so he gains grit from taking damage, and then he'll spend all of his grit when casting this ability. So spend all of his grit. It's a skill shot that goes forward. The people in the center take true damage. Everybody else takes physical damage inside of there, and you'll gain a shield equal to the grit that you just expended. So if you take, if he takes 1,000 damage, then he'll get 1,000 health shield. That's post-mitigated damage, though. Up to 50% of his... Oh, only up to 50%. But if you were to take... If you were to take like 1,000 damage instantly, then you could gain 1,000 shield, right? Wow. That seems pretty OP. Has a really long cooldown though. But once this is max level, it'll be like a 6-second cooldown actually. But early in the game, it's really long cooldown. So it seems like this champ's super OP late game. He has really short cooldowns. Okay, physical damage, 160 plus 25% plus 10%, but 25% of grit plus 10% of 100 bonus AD. Huh. Seems pretty strong. It still seems like the tank build. Like it's gonna be like a bruiser build, like a Black Cleaver type champion. Probably. I would have to imagine. I mean, it's supposed to be a juggernaut. Okay, Sett pulls enemies in front of him, in front and back, dealing physical damage. This is his like total Thresh flay thing. He pulls them to yourself. Facebreaker affects at least one enemy on each side. All enemies are stunned within 1 second. So affects pulls on enemies in the front and back, doing it. If Facebreaker if Facebreaker, so it will affect everyone. Okay, like similar to like Diana's ultimate, but only in one spot, right? Only in a line. Okay, Facebreaker affects at least one enemy on each side. All enemies are stunned for 1 second upon landing. Really good AD scaling on this. Let me look back at AD scaling. The AD scaling is really trash on that. It's pretty decent on that. It's really decent. I mean, it's pretty decent on this. Okay, active Showstopper. Sett suppresses the target enemy champion, and then dashes. Unstoppable. Is this a point quick, or is this a skill shot? Was that a point quick in the video? What? We're gonna look back at the video. If it's a point quick, then this is OP. Suppresses enemy champion, then dashes unstoppably at a fixed distance toward it. Okay, it does look like a point click. Carrying it along 1.5 seconds before slamming it into the ground. Yeah, so we saw that. So yeah, you throw them onto the ground. Does it count as a knock-up? Okay, enemies within the impact area take physical damage increased by 50% in the epicenter and are slowed by 99% for 1.5 seconds. Enemies in the impact area take physical damage increased by 50%. Increased by 50% in the epicenter. Okay, so the enemies that you land on top of will also take this damage. So the enemy that you grab and all the enemies in the knockdown area are slowed 99%. Okay. 150, 200 plus 50% bonus AD. Also plus 20, 25, 30% of primaries targets bonus health. So this is good against tanks. So probably the tank buster build is what you build on this, like Black Cleaver. Like a Black Cleaver bruiser style build. And then you're going to shit on tanks. 50% bonus AD. So let's say you actually built AD items like lethality. This wouldn't be that much that you gain from it. Let's say you get like... let's say you get like 200 AD from AD items. You're only going to deal an additional 100 damage, 300 damage to everybody. So his AD scaling isn't really that good. But his flat damages are decent, and his cooldowns are really low. His flat damages are okay, and he has a lot of CC, and his cooldowns are really short for his sustain abilities, like his Q and his W. Yeah, this shield seems really OP. And the cooldown on this is 8 seconds late game. That seems pretty OP. Let's just be real. Any champion made after Season 8 is OP. That seems pretty OP. Okay, let's watch the video again. I'd like to see his ultimate again. I don't give a fuck about this. Okay, hold on, go back to that. Yeah. Left, right. And you see the attack speed is much slower. That's the Q. That gives his bonus auto attacks, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so bad at this. Yeah, you deal bonus physical damage and get movement speed. Yeah, you see he's really fast. Okay, alright, this makes more sense now. Let's full screen this bitch. I guess it is Katarina in the picture. And then we get his shield if he took damage there. And so I think we'll get to see that at the end. Obviously we can't see his health bar. That ability is sweet. I'm just imagining some combos. He seems like without his ultimate, he just kind of lumbers around. Alright, let's see that again. It looked like a point quick. I guess it's gonna show it to us. Why did he glow completely right there? Oh, that's just his grit shield. Oh my god, he is actually tanking forever. What the hell? Okay. That does look like a point quick, does it not? I didn't see like a... Yeah, it is a point quick because he's showing the indicator on the rest. Okay, what's that? Why does his auto attack change? Why is he punching two-handed now? What is that? The next two basic attacks within this deal bonus physical damage. Hitting one attack will refresh a timer. Okay, knuckle down. It doesn't say anything about that. Am I missing a passive? No? Am I missing something? What is happening? Why is he punching with both hands now? Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Or is that just like a weird thing? Is that because he's critting? Oh, okay, he's still doing left or right. He must be critting. Is that what's happening?
They started it.
Okay, let's look at one more thing. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, he must glow full golden whenever he must glow full golden whenever he is getting his shield. That must be what it is. No? Is that just at maximum grit? That just must be maximum grit. That's what that's showing. Why did it show twice right there? I don't understand that. Because it refreshed? Is that just maximum grit? Let's see. Sett stores 100% of damage post mitigation. Stores up to okay. Maximum health. Each instance of accumulated grit decays every 30 seconds after 4 seconds. So that must have been just showing he's at max grit, and that's why it refreshed. That must be what it is. It just showed he's at max grit, and the reason why it went off and instantly went back on because the timer went out, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so I think that's it with us looking at stuff. So he's gonna be Juggernaut, physical, melee. He doesn't have a release date yet. So let's see. It definitely looks like he's just gonna be a solo laner. Does not look like he has the ability to be a jungler. I mean, I guess you could, right? I could be totally wrong about this because I haven't played him at all or seen any actual gameplay. But it does not look like he is going to be a jungler. I mean, he's similar to Mordekaiser, like he has CC abilities and stuff like that. But pre-ultimate, he kind of just walks at you. So he has that little movement speed steroid. But it definitely seems like he's going to be balanced for a solo lane. You know, obviously most likely the top lane, but could probably go in the mid lane in specific matchups. And post 6 could be, you know, a decent roamer, right? You gain movement speed to get into the lane, and you just point quick ult somebody. I think it's a point quick ultimate, as it looks like, but it looks like he's definitely just going to be a solo laner and not a jungler. I'm sure he can be put in the jungle. It's not going to be very good. Like kind of, you know, Mordekaiser can be played in the jungle, but you know, you're not ever going to watch a pro play game with Mordekaiser in it. Just his inability to actually gank effectively. The only way he can really gank is while having flash. He does win 1v1s and shit like that, so maybe. I mean, I don't think I'm ever going to see Mordekaiser in a pro play jungle game, like in a serious game in a major region, but maybe I will, and maybe I will Sett as well. But if Sett is like any other champion who's been released after Season 8, I'm sure he's going to be super broken and super OP. His base damages don't look that high, but his CDs are really low late game. They're like super low, and this shield thing looks insane. Sett also gains a rapidly decaying shield for 3 seconds equal to the grit expanded, but he can store up 50% of his maximum health. That's not bonus health, that's maximum health. So if he has 3,000 health, he can gain a shield that's 1,500 health in a fight. That seems pretty broken, right? And it's a relatively short cooldown. Obviously he loses health, but with his passive, he starts to get additional health regeneration for 5% of his missing health. So if you use this shield like how Tom Kinch does, like where it's real fat, use that shield to start getting that really good health regeneration. You can just kind of walk out of a fight. And if you have like Ocean and stuff like that, like I imagine this champion's going to be broken. Let's just be real. Every champion made up to Season 8 is super broken. Maybe not now, they're not broken, but they're broken on release. Like Silas isn't broken anymore, but he was broken basically 2 patches after release. He was super broken. He was pretty solid on release, and then now they're about to buff him again. But these new champions are so hard to balance. This seems a simpler champion that maybe will be easier to balance. It does seem a lot simpler than the other champions that have been coming out lately. Like definitely a lot simpler. But looks pretty strong. I'm really excited about Sett. Sett looks awesome. He looks very, very, very cool. Looks like a top laner. Anyways, guys, hey, that's gonna be it for the video. Thanks so much for watching. This is my first champion reaction video. I don't really care about being super flary, or this is just my honest reaction, honest take on the champion. Probably going to be OP, definitely a solo laner, most likely just a top laner, but can go into mid and niche situations. Probably a decent roamer for mid if you play him in mid, but really just going to be post 6. Definitely has a lot of abilities to farm in ranged matchups, so that looks pretty nice, opposed to other juggernauts who don't really have abilities to farm in ranged matchups. So he has the ability to pull the minions towards him and do that ranged punch. So this champion seems really cool. He has a built-in mechanic to gain health back, like kind of like Garen, right? So that's pretty cool. He doesn't have to be out of combat, so it seems like a juggernaut that's made to be able to deal with harass matchups, and just kind of, and it looks like a champion that scales up really well. So probably a top laner that is going to be really OP. He has a lot of mechanics set up to actually deal with ranged champions, which most people don't. Has decent gank setup for if someone comes to gank him, and then his level 6 is crazy, and his cooldowns are super small late game. So it seems like a champion is going to scale super well and be kind of a team fighting god, a guy who gets out of the lane in bad matchups and does fine. Can most likely split push. Okay. I don't know if this works on... I don't know if this bonus damage works on turrets. Doesn't look like it does, but maybe it can be a decent split pusher, but probably most likely would just be a team fight god, that type of stuff. Alright guys, hey, that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. I've been dragging this out way too long. I'm going to go now. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye.